Poskii. So basically you have more or less like just one video. But in that video you have a Daddy Sholanke dancing with you.
Oh, yeah.
And then in the background...
Look at the satisfaction.
Oh, yeah. We noticed that Land Rover.
Yeah.
Okay. Then towards the end of the video, we now bring the newer version.
I like that concept. We didn't think of it that way anyway when we were trying to get props for the video, but I mean, it just fell in place, and thank God you saw it. I didn't notice it myself.
But you said you want your music to stay secluded
But
just for
it's on iTunes.
Yeah, but you're on all those platforms that the young can even go pick up. Why?
Now,
you don't want to make money, but you're making money.
I must say the reason for the Spotify and the other channels is because I want the people outside Nigeria that appreciate those kind of music to be able to access it. In the US, in the UK, some in Germany and South Africa and all those areas. I want them to be able to listen to it. But I mean, if money comes in, well, I'm an Ijebu man, I would love the money.
It will be by the way.
It will be by the way.
What is the meaning of Poskii?
Well, back in school, my friends nicknamed me. They said I looked like a Russian. So, no, the others said no, it was Ukraine. So they were arguing among themselves. And all of a sudden, somebody came up with the name Poskii. And they was like, what's the meaning of that? He said it's a Russian name that one of his uncles used to pronounce in those days. And so that would be my own name. I said, no. So, they have to force all these nicknames on you. But at the end of the day, that's the only name they realize you buy, so you have to stick with it.
So Poskii is stock?
Yes, more or less.
Poskii.
More or less.
Okay.
In the midst of it, you talked about your dad and basically your family growing up in the music. How's your immediate family, your wife, and how they handle this music?
I have a very beautiful, loving wife. I have 2 daughters for now. I don't know what I may do later, but for now I'm very happy with them. My wife has always been very supportive. At the beginning she was scared. Are you sure going into music will not push you out there and everybody is looking at you? I'm like, no ma.
Oh.
That will not happen.
Possession.
Okay. That will not happen.
Right.
I love my family and I will stick with them.
So are your children also towing the music line? It's your wife sings?
In fact, my wife hums. She hums, yeah. But I was surprised. My children started singing this song right from the second week they had it in my car, even before I launched it. She was singing all the verses from the beginning to the end.
This particular song? This
particular one. And you wonder, even though they may not be able to pronounce the Conk Yoruba ones very well, but they were singing it out one way or the other, and you could actually see they were interested. The last one I did with my friends, they knew who came after who. They say, okay, Daddy, you're coming in now. After that, it's Wura Samba. After that is Olu Jazz. After that is Captain Blaze. After that is Aduke. They knew the cue. They knew what each person sang, and I like it like that. I have a keyboard at home for them to play because I want them to get used to music. So I'm trying to teach them music.
You're surreptitiously pushing them towards music, aren't you?
Not music
through the back door.
Not music as a profession, because my father didn't want it to. He didn't want it as a profession for me.
Well, the point is that if you get them interested in music now, they might decide, I want to do this exclusively.
Well,
and at that point, there won't be anything you can do about it.
Well, I am not the kind of strict father that will force you against your will, but I can always guide it, just like they guided me.
So should they decide to go into it full-time, what would be your reaction?
I will advise them on a more sustainable degree first.
Okay.
Something, a career they can always wake up and pick their certificates to do.
Okay, many of our guests have had the certificates. They hung it up somewhere.
Exactly.
Well, hung it up. They put it in the bottom of the suitcase.
No,
they're doing their acting or they're doing their music.
You know what, Daddy, Mommy, behold your certificate.
Here's your certificate.
Yes, but I mean, you can always fall back on it. You can fall back to it anytime. So it's like an assurance for you. It's like something that keeps you sure that you have something you can do.
Okay, Poskii, I'm going to jump you.
Okay.
Well, you're going to sing us out.
Whoa.
Exactly. It mustn't be any of your songs, but you could just sing us. I mean, you sing, so just. So
sing.
I like the sound of that voice. I like the baritone.
Yeah, very deep.
The ring.
You know what I mean.
So we're going to sign out.
Rich.
Okay.
And then we'll come back to you to sing us out in 30 seconds.
Wow. That's good. That's good.
And that is where we say draw the curtains?
Yes, we can. We can.
Okay. Thank you so much for letting us be a part of your morning. It's been a fantastic conversation. But you, remember, you have a role to play as we build and defend our democracy. Go out there and be the best you can be. I'm Neota Igbe.
And I'm Alero Edu saying, go get your PVC. Make sure that you vote. Have a happy weekend. Poskii.
Thank you very much. Wow. Let me sing a song. I travel around the world and I miss my baby girl. I go into the cities and there's no one there for me. When I sleep, I feel empty. When I wake, I feel sad. When I sulk, there is no one there to care for me.